Hello and welcome. This is MouseGunner. Factorio. I'm here with Rotype, and we're getting ready as he smashes both of our tanks.
Sorry.
We're getting ready to do a bit of combat. We've been preparing the base, so I'll just very quickly take a look at the base so you can see. And Rotype told me if I click on this button for turret coverage, we can see where all the turrets are, and where along where those turrets are, we have walls. So all of our outposts have little defenses set up so that when we trigger these biters, and we're going to be attacking this camp here pretty soon, we'll be good to go. Let me repair up my tank. And I think you wanted to experiment to see if running one over would trigger them. So why don't you go ahead and try that?
Yeah, so they're in their peaceful mode, which is an option you can set. Oh, yep, that aggroes them. So I just aggroed them by running over one. And now we're pretty much kind of cruising in the tank. And so I believe we mentioned before that the C button fires at whatever you're highlighting. But in general, if you're near enemies, you can just hold space and point your mouse at them and it'll do the rest. So I'm gonna go off this way because I know there's a base over here, although there are a bunch of trees in the way. The nice thing about the tank is...
I'm gonna get the base over to the top here.
All right. Yeah, so the nice thing about the tank is it can kind of plow through trees, but if you plow through a lot, it will take some damage. We're both using the machine gun option. Oh, interesting. This base is not aggroed. Have you gotten close to another base yet?
Yeah.
Have they aggroed you, or did you already?
Well, they're aggroed now. They're aggroed now because I immediately attacked.
I was under the impression that once you aggroed them, you aggroed them all. But it would appear that you aggro each base separately, which is not what I expected.
All right, now...
oh, dear.
Okay, I'll come into you. One thing I'm a little bit curious of
yeah,
is... There used to be, I've seen previous footage of Factorio, there used to be little purple circles you'd get out of the biter camps. Is that not a thing anymore?
Yeah, so that used to be that you only had 4 science packs. You had red, green, blue, and we still have a purple, but it was a alien science pack it was called, and now the purple's called something else. And it used to be that the purple science pack required... Everybody had a specific name for it. I don't remember what the technical name was. Alien giblets, you know, guts, goo, whatever. And that's those little purple orbs that would fall. And that was required for some of the higher level technologies. So in the 0.15 patch, they did they called it a research revolution. They really just changed how research works. And part of that was not requiring the alien giblets anymore. So now they don't drop anything. Which I kind of like, because as one who doesn't necessarily do much combat, it was always kind of a pain at that point when you had to go out and kill them to get their guts or whatever for your research.
All right. Might as well... Oh, you don't want to repair yourself? I figure repair yourself every leg of the journey.
Yeah, it takes a while. I'll wait till I drop down a while. The tank has 2,000 health, so you can take quite a bit of damage. And you have noticed that we do have the blue big biters, but I haven't seen any big worms yet. The big worms are the ones you really have to worry about. They do a tremendous amount of damage. Let's see if our pollution
let's do this
actually
test here. You were saying that you didn't think that one base was aggroed. Let's see what happens if we... Oh, there's a big forest in the way, huh?
Yes, I'm going to leave them. Our pollution is not affecting them, and they're behind a big forest, so I'm just going to deal with them later.
Well, anyway, the one thing I was saying, why don't we take a look at the next camp and see if they aggro on us? Seems like maybe they're not.
Yeah, that was the impression I got when I rolled up to the next camp after that first one we took out, because I don't know, was too busy talking or something. I hadn't fired on them, and they didn't attack me, which was interesting. It was not what I expected to happen. I thought once you aggroed one biter, you aggroed kind of all of them, but we shall see.
Yeah, because otherwise it seems like the defenses are Well, maybe we'll try out attacking a group that is near one of our defenses and then just leaving them be to see what they do.
That's true. We should probably show off the turrets for people that haven't seen those and how they work. I mean, pretty basic, but the laser turrets can be kind of cool. There's actually a mod. So if you've noticed, you can't really see the bullets. You can kind of, you see shell casings and you see things die, but you don't really see them. There's a mod that adds tracer rounds, and it actually is not a separate item or anything, but it basically changes your normal rounds into as if they had some tracer rounds, and I think it's kind of cool looking.
That'd be actually pretty nice. Out of curiosity,
go straight down.
For the sake of this playthrough, is it possible to change I guess, playthrough that you have going? If you set it to peaceful, is it possible to turn it aggro later, or is that you're stuck with it?
I don't know. I mean, I thought that was basically what would happen when you shot them. It would revert to its normal mode, but it appears not, because I'm driving, right up next to them and they're not aggroing me. So maybe there is an option and I don't know about it. I have,
But I'm going to let them be. Don't shoot it down. Let's see the turrets in action.
Take them back to the turrets.
Yeah. Well, I'm probably going to take a lot of damage here, but...
Well, it's not too much, especially because you're in the tank. And they stop when they attack, so if you keep driving, you'll get a couple attacks, but... Yeah, so those are the lasers. And I also had... So there are 2 lasers and 1 gun turret down here that all fired. It may have been hard to catch because it worked pretty quickly, but... It's a good demonstration of how efficient they can be.
Little red bolts, more or less.
Yeah, so there's the mod that I mentioned that changes the bullets into tracers, and there's another mod that turns the lasers from those individual, almost like laser bullets into a constant laser stream, which I think is kind of cool. I like that a little bit better. But it's just visual mods you can use. Now I do have some flamethrower ammo left. Oh, well, I can't get there.
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to go this way, except there's a big forest, so burn it down. Not that forest, this forest.
Interesting. It would appear that the flamethrower out of the tank does not light trees on fire in a similar manner as the personal flamethrower. See how it just kind of mows them down. Oh, now I'm out of ammo. Yeah, it just kind of demolishes them.
Doesn't light them at all. I hope that's something that they address eventually. It'd be nice for it.
That is way less. Yeah, it's way less satisfying.
But it uses the same fuel, so that's kind of a waste of fuel, in my.
I mean, it is pretty efficient. You can see it just kind of blows over the trees, but yeah, it's way less exciting. I wanted to start a raging forest fire. You
get collateral damage, yeah, with the flamethrower. All right, what group do we want to go to next? As far as the pollution goes... Oh, I'm not on pollution. That's what I want. I don't think this biter group down here is really worth worrying about, necessarily, but we could kill it anyway if you want.
Well, let's go kill him. I mean, our pollution's going to get there eventually, so... I think we go down to that one and then over to our outposts to make sure the outposts are clear. But it does appear that we are still in kind of a peaceful mode and they only aggro in small groups, which is interesting.
Okay. Well, I think after we do this video, I'm going to experiment with the save file we have to see if it's possible to turn it on aggro. Because I definitely want to see our base defenses in action. If not, then we'll just do the rest of the playthrough on peaceful. That is what it is, but... Yeah,
I would not be surprised if they're... Knowing the modability and the ability to get into the guts of this game, I would be surprised if there's no way to turn it back to a normal aggro type mode. And I'm really disappointed about this flamethrower not like actually lighting the trees on fire.
Out of curiosity, can you throw a grenade outside of the tank? Oh, you can. Cool.
I believe, yeah. And we have some pretty significant grenade damage upgrades through research. So those, in general, grenades are very useful against the actual bases. One of the general strategies that people like to use is using grenades for the bases and then kind of driving off, and once you get the biters themselves isolated, you just shoot them with a machine gun. Oops, that was not what I meant to do. I accidentally got out of the tank.
I'm actually running a little low on ammo myself. Might only be able to tackle this one more base. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I have about 100 magazines, so if you need some
Well,
more.
I can divert from my personal stash too. As a matter of fact, I should probably do that. I think I have to get out to do that, though. There we go.
Now the one downside, or the one thing you have to be a little wary of, is if you lose your momentum in the tank, it can be
It takes a
little
while
bit
to back up. Yeah, I
dangerous.
noticed that.
And if you get stuck, you know, right up against a bunch of trees, or like I just did against some water, and the biters get a chance to kind of gang up on you, then you might be in trouble.
All right.
I'm going to... Almost killed me. Yeah, and repairing can take a while if you take a lot of damage. Alright. Just because this was bothering me, I'll light this forest on fire. I wanted to see a forest fire. Now I've got a forest fire.
All right. I'm going to swing over to, while we're out here, I'm going to swing over to the train station outpost.
Yeah, let's just cruise out towards the outpost, killing bases as we go. Oh, I'm out of fuel.
Oh,
Oh,
do
I
you
did
need
not
some?
expect that. Yeah, I had a bunch of solid fuel, and I did not expect to run out.
I have wood,
Oh,
so...
I got some. I got some more solid fuel. Long reach to the rescue. Which, because I'm using solid fuel, I get a... Let's see, what is it? 120% vehicle acceleration. Which helps because it's the tank and it's kind of slow.
How do you see that, as a matter of fact?
If you hover over a fuel type, other than coal and wood, I mean, I believe coal and wood are just 100%, you know, nominal.
Okay.
So it doesn't say anything about it. But if you have one of the other ones, like solid fuel, rocket fuel, I believe there's another type that I'm forgetting. But if you hover over something that has a bonus, you'll see it.
Now, does the tank machine gun do more damage than the submachine gun you have?
It does, and you can see that again by hovering over. I don't remember all of the things that factor into it, but like, for example, it says shooting speed 15 plus 16.5, so that's probably a bunch of the research that we've done. And then damage bonus plus 100%. And again, I don't know if that's because we've done some research. I believe even if you haven't done research, it does more damage than your own personal machine gun.
All right,
It's
I think I have
generally
an
better
opportunity.
to...
I think I have an opportunity to check out our base defenses here, so I'm going to do a little bit of it. And have them aggro towards the base. Now, from what I understand of that base now, it should be actively attacking me. So
yeah,
I'll
if
let
you
it do
aggroed
that.
the biters around it, and then
We'll
ran
see if the
away and left
base-
the spawners.
Yeah, we'll see if that base continues to actively attack us or not. I let it go just to see if it would do that. Alright, I don't have a lot of ammo, but I'm going to try and clear out one of these bases if I can.
Another good strategy is generally to focus on the spawners first, and then the worms, and then the biters, because you can always kind of just drive away from the biters. I'm gonna repair before taking this one.
Did I hear you wanted them to come straight at you?
Okay, get back in the tank.
Oh,
Ooh,
there's
that's
a
big
worm.
Yeah, there's some big worms around.
Alright, I'm
They
out
do
of
a
ammo.
lot of damage.
It doesn't look
Oh,
like that base
there.
is continuing to attack us here. So I think this is in the peaceful mode. It's purely aggro. Like, I bet you if I outran these guys, they would eventually just be docile and they'd go. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I think. Well, they might have
Yeah,
aggroed on you though.
Yeah, he came back to fight me, and I ran him over. I'm also out of ammo. See if I can run it. Yeah, okay, ran. Nope. Yeah, we'll just get him in by the turrets.
All right, but just to confirm, let me go over to this base. Let's see if this when the biters, when I go over there, if they attack me. Because in theory, I've aggroed this base, but all the biters that were here, I killed. So, yep,
Yeah, I see
they are
that.
ignoring me. So, apparently in this mode, they have a very short attention span.
It's just ADD biters. You could call it peaceful mode, or you could call it ADD biters mode. Well, that's good to know. But, I mean, seeing as how we're now defended, we've got a couple more bases to take out before we don't have to worry about it at all. But we're now well defended. We have all the research to defend ourselves well. If we can figure it out, I think it might be fun to turn on the normal mode biters.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do for the next video, just to see the difference. So, we're just going to, I think, return to base at this stage. Well, we have to, more or less, because we're entirely out of ammo. I could shotgun these guys, but that would be on foot. And even then, I don't know how much shotgun ammo I have.
Oh, I just demolished it.
A pole?
Ran right through a big electric pole.
Alright, well, I don't have any poles, so I don't have any means to repair it.
I fixed it.
Okay. I should probably not be running on the train tracks.
Yeah, rolling on train tracks can be nice because it's a hole through the trees, but obviously there are poles and lights and trains that can cause problems.
Okay, let's quickly cross the tracks. As train!
Oh, good. You'll blast a path through the trees, and I'll follow. Hit all the trees you missed on the way.
Okay. Well, we might be able to long reach where we are. Maybe.
Yeah, we should be able to from here. Oh, robots will fix that. Let's see. I put a marker on the map for ammo.
Just turn off the...
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah, that's a lot of ammo there. Okay. Well, I think this is going to be a good point to go ahead and put a cut in the video. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, after we repair up and ready up, we're going to end this play session, and then I'm going to load it back up and see if I can turn it on to a different mode. If we can't do that, that's, that's fine, but I would prefer, I think, from this stage on to have the biters be full aggro. So that's what we're going to try and do. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is MouseGunner and Rotype signing out.